Morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning here. So, hope y'all are getting stuff done. I'm Saturday evening here before we go live here in a couple hours and just kind of catching up. I've been busting ass all day long and it's about time to call it a day. But of course, as I've said to you guys many times, please, share with me things that you find out or whatever so I can kind of dig into them and go from there. And, a lot of times y'all send me news articles and stuff like that. Those are great. When you send me a 3-hour video, I'm promising you right now, I'm not watching it. Okay. If it's more than 8-10 minutes, I'm not watching 3-hour-long videos. I don't have that time. But the articles you guys send me, I do check out every time. And Marvin Weissman sent me a very interesting one sometime today. And like I said, it's almost 7 o'clock. I just got a chance to look at it. But remember I was talking about yesterday or day before about JBS paying the ransom for cyber hack, and then Colonial paid their $4 million ransom. And I said, this is a problem. I said, what happens as soon as we start paying ransom? All we're doing is telling the terrorists to do it more often. Okay. So here's an article that Marvin sent me, all right, and this comes from Arit Sheva, Israel International News, or israelnationalnews.com, okay? This one, and I'll link it down below so you guys can see it. Iranian presidential candidate, fix economy by taking 1,000 Americans hostage. How about that, okay? This is what I'm talking about, terrorism, and I'll just read this to you real quick. Mohsen Rezai, probably pronouncing his name wrong, a conservative candidate for the Iranian presidency, said in a recent interview that his plan to boost the country's ailing economy was to kidnap 1,000 Americans and demand several $1 million in ransom per hostage. Okay. As he said, and there's a video clip in here, we'll take 1,000 Americans hostage. Americans will have to pay several billions to get each single one freed. This is how we will solve our economic problems. This is what I'm saying, guys. This is how screwed up this is getting, okay? And, Potato Joe is just, dripping, drooling into his sippy cup, not figuring out what the hell to do. I mean, if this isn't a terroristic attack, or a threat by another sovereign nation, I don't know what is, okay? Now, this article is from yesterday, okay, in the Israeli news. I don't know about anybody else. I haven't heard anything. You'd think this would be all over our news. Okay, haven't seen not one iota of comment on this. So, here we've got another country, a presidential candidate saying this is how we're going to fix our economy. I mean, can you imagine if, I don't know, let's just go back to the Democratic primary and, pick one of the yahoos that was in there, okay? Eric Swalwell, okay? There's a Class A idiot for you, okay? He was the first one out. I mean, but can you imagine if he came up and said, here's our idea. This is how we're going to solve the economic problems of the United States. We're going to go kidnap 1,000 Germans and we're going to hold them ransom. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, this is lunacy. And this is what we're up against. The rest of the world now sees the United States as nothing more than a cash cow. Gee, let's hack into this company. Let's kidnap this person. I mean, let's buy this. Let's steal that, whatever it would be. I mean, when the hell did we wind up being responsible for taking care of the rest of the world? Okay? I'm sorry. I'm going to go right back to what I said the other day. The hell with the rest of the world. We need to take care of ourselves first. And when everybody comes to us, every other country in the world comes to us hat in hand going, we had an earthquake, we had a tsunami, we had a fire, we had this. And my answer would be, tough toenails, okay? Because guess what? We have earthquakes, nobody helps us. We have hurricanes, nobody helps us. We have tornadoes, nobody helps us. We have wildfires, Australia helps us. I'll give them that. No other country comes in and says, hey, here's $1 billion, take care of whatever. Australia will at least come in and send some fire jumpers or whatever it is to help out. I'll give them credit for that, okay? But Mexico, next to nothing. Canada, next to nothing, okay? And these are our neighbors. But holy crap, Madagascar has something go on, and it's like, what do we do? Oh, don't worry, the Americans will come in here and give us $1 billion so we can, rebuild all the comic book stores and, gentlemen's clubs. Don't worry, the Americans will pay for it. The Americans have all the money in the world. Money grows on trees in the backyard in America. And I'm just like, what in the freaking world is going on? And, we need to put a stop to it. Now, Marvin also sent me another email that gives me a little bit of hope, okay? And I'll link this one too. All right, Chip Roy, who's a congressman from Texas, okay? And obviously a lot of good things come out of Texas. He has put a bill on the House floor to seek a ban from China purchasing United States land. Now, personally, I think that's a wonderful idea, okay? Especially, he's specifically talking about this 130,000 acre wind farm that I've talked about that's over near Laughlin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. This is my thought. This thing better pass, okay? Because this is a brilliant move by Chip Roy, because this is going to put on the record who is supporting China and who is supporting the U.S. If this doesn't pass with 535 votes, okay, 435 in the House, 100 in the Senate, okay, yep, we're stopping this right now. We know exactly which politicians have sold their soul to China. All right, now I'd take this bill one step further and say, okay, not only can China no longer buy land in the United States, but China has 90 days to sell whatever they have. Otherwise, it's going to be foreclosed upon by the U.S. government and given to the U.S. people. Period. That's it. Okay? We need places for homeless to go. Hey, there's 130,000 acres. Guess what? There's a new place where, what is that, 200 square miles or something like that? Somebody said. I don't know, but I don't think it's that big. But, 130,000 acres. Great. Let's turn this into a homeless veterans community. Let's turn this into, anything. But screw it. Let's stop China from buying land, but let's do this. You got 90 days to sell it all. If you can't sell the land that you have, then you give it away. You are foreclosed upon. That is it. Okay. We have to take our country back from the rest of the world. This is it. We're selling it out. Our politicians are selling it out like crazy. Hell, Gavin Newsom sold probably half of California to China already. So, these are things that are coming through that are good news for us, bad news with Iran trying to do this, but good news that we have a congressman who's actually trying to stop some of this stuff. But let your congressman know, support this. I don't care, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, whatever, okay? Let your congressman know this has to stop, because I want to know person by person who votes on this. And every single one that votes against this needs to be thrown out of Washington tomorrow. So, I know, get into some crazy stuff, but, thank you for sending me those emails there, Marvin. Appreciate it. And glad I can share that information with everybody. Have a good Sunday, gang. We'll talk to y'all later. Pinball out.